list of objects, whatever it is. Then it will be internally converted into JSON content, and that will go to browse consumer application. If it is just a string or a wrapper type or a simple type, okay na? So it will, the rest generated output goes to consumer application as what? Simple string content only. Text content only, no JSON conversion, nothing. Okay, now let's see what we can do there. Here is my Spring here 515. I think from last 30-40 days, you are attending classes almost every day. Yes? Yeah, it will be there for a few more days. Be mentally prepared. Okay. This is my 515. This is my Spring Boot MVC or Spring Boot REST. Yeah, Spring Boot REST. Tell me next one. Session 4. Yeah, in this document, first application development and second application development, both are there or not there? Yeah, total how many mapping annotations are there in REST API? 5. Get mapping for select operation, post mapping for what? Insert operation, put mapping for update operation, delete mapping for delete operation, patch mapping for what? Partial update operation. There are no annotations for trace head, mode mode of request, because these modes of request are not practically executable in REST API. They cannot be used for REST API. I will tell why. Head you take. Head request does not contain body. Head related response does not contain body. Without carrying input, without carrying output, what's the use of business activity, guys? That's why head is useless in REST API. Trace is always, it will give what are the components involved in application execution, right? It is for debugging purpose. And if some murder happened, some police department will trace the incidents numbers. When first came, then what happened, then what happened, then what happened, right? Trace is all about that one or not there, guys? Trace is all about that one or not, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. Hello. నేను మాట్లాడతాను. Guys, give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Everyone, please come back, guys. There are no annotations for trace head mode methods of request because these modes or methods of request are not practically executable in what? REST API. These are not REST API things, guys. Okay. Now, tell me. The service provider publishes server application of RESTful web service of Spring REST will be developed as what? REST controller. Controller plus response body class. REST controller is combination of controller plus response body now, my dear. And a lot of business methods we can place. They can be annotated with the triplex mapping annotations, guys. Okay, because at the rate response body is there in every endpoint method, the generated output directly comes to what? Consumer application without involving view resolver and view component are not there. Without involving view resolver and view component are not there, guys. A typical one looks like this, guys. Controller, response body, okay, request mapping, global path, guys. And on the top of the method, come on, at the rate get mapping, which is there or not there, guys. Okay. So when it comes to latest one, guys, no need of writing controller and response body separately. You can write REST controller directly, my dear. Okay. Here. These business methods in MVC classes are called handler method. These business methods in what? REST API are called endpoints methods or not, guys? Which methods, guys? Endpoint methods. Okay. Now listen. Yeah, what is the return type of this handler method? Response entity string or object or collection. If it is string, output goes to consumer as a text only. Object or collection or anything other than string. That object content will be converted into JSON automatically will go. It can be converted into XML also, but some extra settings are required. By default, it will be converted to JSON only, na? Okay. Response objective contains two parts, guys. Response content or body, output. Next, status code. Array, status code 100 to 599 one status code can be there. Success or failure or error or anything we can mention, guys. Because of response body that is added on the top of the method becomes business method of server or provider producer component. RESTful web service becomes ready to send output or response directly to consumer or what application through front controller servlet. That means no need of view resolver and view component are not there. The return type of business method in server or provider or produced application is response entity T, where T is a generic type. If T is a string, the output goes to consumer as a plain text or not there. If T is object or collection or array, the response content, what guys? Our body or output results will be converted into what? JSON key values and will be given to dispatcher servlet. Nothing but what? Front controller. To convert into XML content, we need to add what? Special APIs or libraries to class path are not there. Special APIs or libraries to class path are not there, guys. Come on. By default, T content other than string will be converted into JSON key value pairs because Jackson API comes automatically to the project when we add word. Spring MVC starter are not there, guys. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let me open IDE, guys. Let me open IDE. Let's see first application in a simple manner. Yeah. Where is this? 515. Yes. Boot security, pros 3, property file, authentication provider. I think first a new series has to be started now, boss. Spring Boot starter project. Yeah. Tell me here what is the story. Change Tomcat 9 to 11. Yeah, we'll change. Boot rest. Boot rest pros 01. Boot rest pros 01. REST API. Array, REST API. API development means this only, nothing. Each REST controller development is one API. Right now we are developing simple APIs. In future we develop powerful APIs, right? Okay. What is the difference between web application and REST API? Web application client is browser, so it can deal with only two modes of request, right? It's a distributed application. It can deal with five modes of request because your client is what? Not browser, another application. We can make another application sending different modes of request. In different modes of request, why trace and head is not there? Trace head options is missing. Out of total 8, 9 are there, guys. Come on. Why head is missing? Head request does not contain body, response does not contain. What is the use of that in business model, right? No. Tracing is not for giving input and getting output. That is for debugging purpose. Debugging means what? Which are involved, which are not involved. This is for identifying how the component is executing. Options is administrative level mode, guys. What's the problem with options? If I give options mode request to any handler method, it will tell, okay, which are the other modes I can use to give request to that handler method. It will tell you can give request to that man method, handler method using get mode, using delete mode, this kind of answers you will get, right? How we can use that one for sending inputs and getting outputs. And moreover, options request mode response also does not contain body. Request does not contain body, or response does not contain body. Because it is not intended to send something, get something. It is intended to know, to give request to that particular method, what are the modes that we can use. For example, okay. For example, I have given request to get mapping handler method or endpoint by using options. In the reply, what you will get, hello, options, comma, get, comma, head. That's it. That too as what? Response header, not even response body. No body. That's why we cannot use for what? Business activities. Once again, trace, head, options are request modes, but they're useless. Why? Okay, trace is for debugging purpose. Head mode request, head mode response. Both does not contain body. Options mode request, option mode response. Both does not contain body. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Boot rest pros 01. What is there? Boot rest pros 01. What is there? REST API. Say next. Tell me here. Lombok API. What API? Spring Web. What is next one? Spring Web. Spring Web. Lombok API, Spring Web. I think initially not required. Maybe in future it may be required, guys. No face in camera. Black screen is only coming. Is my face visible or not visible, guys? Now? Am I visible now? Okay, that's good. Total 9 request modes are there. 5 are in utilization, 3 are useless, and 1 is for reserved. Reserved. Connect is there, that is for future utilization. Okay. Get for select operation generally. Post for insert operations. Put for update operation. Patch for partial update operation. And delete for delete operation. Options trace head. Their request does not contain body. Response also does not contain body. Useless for business activities are not there. Yeah, boot rest pros 01. Still project is going on. How, what is this nonsense? This much time? Okay. Meanwhile, let us use this time. Preferences, server, runtime environments. Okay, select this, remove guys. Yeah, yeah. Other day, I think next day also, this Saturday, Sunday, Spring Boot Security 3 only. There we can use latest server only, right? Add Apache Tomcat 11 we add guys. Say select. Okay. Location we selected boss. Apply close. Go to servers tab my dear. New server Apache Tomcat 11. Say next. Okay. Save finish. Yes. Server ready. Where is my project, guys? Where is that project? Where is the project? Where is the project? Array, he's there, boss. He's there, no problem. Okay. Yeah, this also we can use in embedded Tomcat, external Tomcat, both. Array, just a web application, ra babu. Because of response body of REST controller, output is directly going to consumer. Yes, guys. Okay, now listen. Yeah, now do I need to configure prefix and suffix today? When view resolver is not there, what's the use of it? Common sense, guys. Yeah, embedded server port number. Embedded server port. Server dot port 4041. Embedded server dot port 40. Okay, context path. What is there? Context path. Yeah, what is the context path we should use, guys? What is the context path we should use, my dear? Server dot servlet dot context hyphen path. Yeah, tell me, guys. Server app, yeah? No, not server app. What is that? REST. Okay, REST API pros 01. Otherwise, we'll use REST pros 01. What is there in that? Okay. I'll take a package here, guys. I'll take a package here. New package. com.nt.rest. com.nt.rest. New class. What is there? New class. Yeah, tell me here. Array wish operations, whatever it is, right? Something. First application, basic dummy one. Wish operations rest controller. Wish operations rest controller. Array global path is optional, guys. If you are interested, you can give. That's up to you. It's not mandatory. You should give global path, guys. Giving global path is what? Optional. If you are interested, you can give. Otherwise, you can ignore it. That's not a big issue, guys. Okay. Tell me here, where is this? At the rate request mapping. At the rate request mapping slash wish. Public, what is this? Response entity string. Public what? Response entity string. Okay. Show wish message. Show wish message. That's the endpoint, guys. This is endpoint. At the rate get mapping slash message. Are anything I can take, Rababu? Fine. Okay. Yeah, if you want, you can write a message, business logic and other stuff. Okay. Right now, my focus is not on that. It is executing or not. So when we meet anyone the first time, we can say good morning message, na my dear. Okay. Now let me return new response entity, right? I'll say systrace. Return new response entity. Yeah, there is a two param constructor in response entity, guys. Control plus shift plus O. First one is output. When response is generated, which one should become response body? Nothing but output. Okay, earlier in other cases, we'll call service class method. From there, we get it and we use it, right? Yeah, tell me here. Good morning. Good morning. Where is this? HTTP status dot OK. Return new response entity. Good morning. HTTP status dot OK. Are you getting my point here or not there? At the rate request mapping slash wish. Array, now onwards to tell that these are APIs. In the global path, we use API, wish API. Wish API, because it's not a normal control, it's a API kind of. Response entity, okay, here also generic I mentioned, then yellow mark goes off, guys. Okay, this is response body, or you can add headers also. Response address also you can add, but if you don't add extra, default address will be continued. And the status code okay means 200 will be there in that or not. Array, these are internally enums, boss. Okay for 200, 201 created, some constant, enum constants are there. And you don't believe, boss, we are ready with our first REST API. Okay, since this endpoint, this is endpoint, guys. This is endpoint. Okay, okay, and we did everything. We forgot most important one. At the rate REST control. Because of that only, Response body is coming. Check it out. Response body is applied on all endpoint method. Because of that only generated output directly goes to consumer or not there. The generated output directly goes to consumer or not there, guys. Okay, that's good. Okay, guys. Let's see. Right click, guys. Tell me. Run on server. Right click, guys. Run on server. Say next. Say next. Save finish. Yeah, server failed to start. Why so? Look at the console. Here no errors. No illegal argument exception. Is not a directory or where file. Is it does not exist or permission access is missing. Hey, what is this error? Very peculiar error. Okay, I think something is gone wrong. Endpoint, this is right. Yeah, we added MVC jar, Lombok jar and MVC jars. We have added or not there? Okay, then why it is behaving like this? Run on server. Say next. Say finish. Ah, why should I change? I change it to 11, na? Oh, double. Okay, let's see. No, actually, that should not be a problem. Let's see. Okay, maybe newly added, then admin port might be disturbed. Yeah, let's open this. Already there, guys. Already added. Project clean. Clean the project, boss. I will clean the server also. I will clean the simple one. Why it is stucking up, I don't know. Run on server. Say next. Say finish. No, no, why didn't no, remove server and add server again, guys? We'll see. We'll see what is the problem we have to identify the first. Server issue only, guys. I think problem is not with application. The main resource set 515 metadata spring one is not a directory or var file is not in a readable format. It is not recognizing it as a web application, boss. It is not recognizing it as a web application. But as usual, it's a good na, boss. Okay. One last attempt, guys. One last attempt. Okay. I'll restart the IDE once. I'll restart the IDE once. It's still not happening. If it is still not happening, and we have to reconfigure the server once. We'll try to reconfigure the server one more. Yeah, we'll see. We'll try to restart the ones, then we try to reconfigure the Tomcat. Still not working. We'll adjust with embedded Tomcat. We have to be very open and patient in when solving the problem. If you think this is the solution that works, that is not going to work out. Yes, boss. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Here is Spring, not Spring. Server, runtime environments. Remove this. Okay. Add. Add Apache, Tomcat 11, browse, tell me guys, D drive, Tomcat 11.x, JDK 21. I think we are creating 21 only, na? Yes. Apply, close. Okay. Go to servers tab, guys. Click on that. Apache. Here is what? Tomcat. How much? 11. Say next. Say next. Yeah, where is this, guys? Mini project code operations? No. Boot resta. Yeah, this one. Right click, guys. Run on server, guys. Say next. Say finish. Multiple context paths. Okay, I understood. Okay. Multiple context paths. Go to server section, guys. Tomcat 11, guys. Here is my context.xml. Same application, it is trying to deploy it twice. Whenever that error comes, okay, try to solve the error by removing one time. By removing one time. Check it out. It is showing multiple context paths. Okay, leave it. Go to server.xml file, guys. Go to server.xml file. I hope you are not doing any silly mistake like other time. Yeah, look at this. At the bottom, application deployment thing will be there, guys. Yeah. Context path, first one, readable true. All this stuff is okay. Yeah, same context is there twice now, boss. Are you noticing it, guys? It is feeling same context is there twice, right? Okay. Boot rest pros, read audible. Okay, one more is there, guys. How many are there, my dear? Okay, remove that also. On safe side, let me conclude everything. Okay. Open context and closing context. Okay, that's good. Yeah, good. Okay, I sorted out the problem, my dear. I definitely sorted out the problem. Yeah, where is that? What is that? Boot REST API. Run on server, guys. Say next, boss. Say finish. I never thought this much time it will take for small thing. How many web applications we developed, guys? Same as that one only, na? Okay, now okay. That means somehow context path related issues are there, guys. Yeah, what is a global path? Wish API. What is the endpoint path message? We are getting good morning or not there? Okay. Sir, we are able to test from browser because it is dealing with get. If it is dealing with post, can I test from browser? Maybe form I have to take. Okay. Okay. Get post somehow will test from browser. But REST API allows put, delete, patch also, right? Can we send those requests from here? No. That's why only to test REST APIs, only to test REST APIs or any web service APIs, they have given one third party tool called Postman. Maybe you have not used it, but you have heard about this tool. Very fancy name, right? Postman. Postman is a tool that is given to test what RESTful web services by generating different modes of request. Okay, they now by generating different modes of request. Array, regular installation, guys. Download and install kind of thing. So now I have Postman here. Like any other Windows software installation, no speciality here. No speciality here, guys. Allow the Postman, guys. I don't know what happened to my mission. This much time. I think time has come to format the OS, it seems. It's a trial version, guys. No problem. So what I do is collections. There is a word called what? Collection. And here collection is like a project kind of thing. In each collection, we can add multiple requests to test multiple endpoints. To test what? Multiple endpoints. We can add multiple collections. Here is my plus symbol, my dear. Blank collection. What collection? Blank collection. There, what is there? Boot rest pros. How much? Call someone. I think somewhere lose connection. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not required. I only solved it. I only solved it. No problem. He left already. Huh? Okay. Yeah, let him take a breath and come back. I created a new collection now, guys. Okay. Boot rest pros 1 minute. Pros 1. But what's your batch code? 515. Yes. Add a request, guys. Boot rest pros 515. Where is that, guys? Yeah. Add request. What is that? Add request. Tell me there. What is there? Request to one. Add request. There I am talking about what? Request to one. Okay, that's good. There I am talking about what, guys? Request to one. Yeah. Mode of the request is get. And here I have to type the URL or not there, guys. Okay. And listen, boss, listen. What is the specialty of it? It can send all modes of request, guys. It's good now, boss. It can send different modes of request or not. Right now, get. Tell me. Send. Good morning has come or not there. And we can see body of the response, headers of the response. Come on. Body, headers, both we can see there or not there. See 200, okay, say status code has come or not there. Okay, I was telling now why head is useless. See, for get mode, I can give head mode request also. But head mode request related response contains any body, guys? No body. Headers are there, but body is not there. Same as get. 12 as you get mode request. You give get mode request. 12 is there now, boss. You give head mode request, guys. Send button. 12 is there or not there? Same. But is there any body for head mode request, guys? Is there any body for head mode request, my dear? Come on, I want reply, guys. Okay, guys. There is no body for head mode. Yeah, you give options, guys. Options mode request. You will not get any error. No body. Here also no body. And moreover, header is extra. Allow. Array for this handler method, you can give request using what? Get head options. It will determine and tell which mode of request can be given for that handler method. It is just to get the idea which modes are allowed, which modes are not allowed. Okay. See, for get, I can give options mode request, get mode request, and option. That's why I'm able to give. You try to give post mode request to get more handler method, you will get 405 error, guys. What error? Whenever request is not matching, 405 method not allowed. Are you seeing why I'm at there? So for any handler method of certain request mode, you want to check which other modes are allowed. Then you have to send options mode request. What is the problem with options mode? Response does not contain body. Head does not contain body in the response in request. Okay, trace is for debugging purpose, right? So that's why they are useless for what? Business activity. And whatever used in business activity, input should be carried as request body, output should be carried as what? Response body. When there is no body in the request and response, what you will do with that? They're just high level administration purpose. They are just a high level what? Administration. They cannot be used for business activities. Okay. Okay. Postman is good na boss. What's the advantage of postman? Huh? You save it, guys. Save it na. After 1 year also you can come and test it. Can we do in the browser like that? No. If you save it in the collection, okay, you come back after some time, open that, and you give the request. Again, testing is happening or not there. Okay. What's the one I want to take? Get. Okay. So now let me prepare background for what? Second application, guys. See, right now output is coming in the text. Why? Because the generic type is string na, my dear. Generic type is string nar. That's why. Simple controller class handler methods of MVC application can deal with only get post mode requests because they allow only browser as client and browser can send only get comma post mode request. The REST controller class handler methods or operations of RESTful application can deal with multiple modes, guys. What there? Can deal with what? Multiple modes. Get, post, put, delete, head, patch, options, trace, and etc. Okay, of request because they allow different types of clients. They allow different types of clients or consumer application, and this application can deal with different modes of request are not there. This is the biggest advantage are not there, guys. Come on. Okay. So we are keeping everything ready, guys. Here 10 is there. You work with 11 only, no problem. Entire procedure is given. Wish message, APP, and other stuff. Everything is done. And let me try this application by using what? Embedded Tomcat server also. Yeah, where is this? Yeah, first stop this. Embedded Jaspera. Think once. Required or not required? And when JSPs are not there, view resolver and view components are not there. Why embedded Jaspera? Basic point now, my dear. Come on. Yeah. Right click. Tell me. Run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Done. Tell me here. HTTP localhost 4041. Tell me. REST pros 01. What is the context path I have chosen, guys? In application, REST pros 01. REST pros 01 slash how much? Slash welcome. Wish API. Yes, you are right. Wish API. What is their message? Wish API message, guys. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Okay. Wish API slash message. Wish API slash message. Comfortable, my dear? That's great. Okay. Now, browser, okay. Postman is good now, my dear. Make sure that. Test the application using Postman tool. Entire procedure of working with Postman is there or not there, guys? Okay. Entire screenshots also giving. Benefits of benefits with Postman style testing, guys. Allows to save and track request response testing. Allows to give different modes of request. Allows to set our choice values in request headers. Today I have not set, but we can control the header values. Allows to set different types of content like text content XML. In the body, we can send different types of inputs, guys. Allows to view or see response header values. Just now I have shown going to tab. When I use browser, can I see response headers? Can I see response status code? Nothing. We can get response in different time of formats, right? Using browser, we can send only get mode, post mode request. Whereas using Postman tool, we can send what? Get, post, head, put, delete, patch, options mode request are not there. Yeah, in this list, Postman trace is not there. Somehow they have not given trace. Except trace, everything is available or not there. It's always good to work with Postman for testing REST API. For testing REST API, it's always good to use it or not there. Yes. What's the difference between controller and REST controller? At MVC level, we studied controller. Here we are studying what? REST controller. We must know what is the difference between both are not there. Given in Spring 2.5 version, bit old annotation. Given in the version of Spring 4.0, relatively new annotation. What annotation? Specialization of component. It's component plus plus. Specialization of controller. It is what? Controller plus plus. Are you getting my point? REST controller is equal to controller plus what? Response body. Come on. Yes. Makes the Java class as web controller class having capability to handle what? HTTP requests by taking them through dispatcher servlet. By simply taking them through what? Dispatcher servlet. Makes the Java class as REST controller or RESTful service provider or REST API or API class having capability to handle what? HTTP requests by taking them through dispatcher servlet are not there, guys. By simply taking them through dispatcher servlet. By simply taking them through dispatcher servlet. By simply taking them through dispatcher servlet. Yeah, that's great, guys. What's the next one? Can be used in both Spring MVC, Spring REST applications. Are a controller, na? Even Spring Boot MVC and Spring Boot REST application. Recommended to use only in what? Spring REST application. Also in Spring Boot REST. Are both are same REST, Spring REST, Spring Boot REST. Even handler, every handler method does not get response body automatically. If needed, if you need to add it explicitly. Every handler method, nothing but endpoint method, automatically gets response body. So there is no need of adding it what separately. Based on the return type of handler method, it decides whether view component should be involved or not. What, guys? Whether view component should be involved or. If the return type is other than response entity T, then it involves view resolver and view component are not there. Makes the handler method sending its output or results as what? Response to client directly through dispatcher servlet without involving view resolver and what? View component. Without involving view resolver and what? View component. It's because of response body are not there. Here methods are called handler method. Here methods are called what? REST operations are endpoints or REST endpoints. Instead of comparing REST controller with REST controller, please use it as a convenient annotation given over what? Controller, providing easiness to develop what? A RESTful service provider, nothing but APIs are not. My suggestion is don't compare, right? You feel it as convenience annotation that is given. Okay, total how many HTTP request modes are there, guys? 9 are there. In that one is reserved for future are not there. That how many are there? 8. In that one, how many are useful in REST API development? 5. What are the things that are useless? Trace head options. Why? All the 3 request modes request does not contain body. Response also does not contain body. Without body and request and response, how you will carry input, how you will carry output. That's why they are useless or not there, guys. They are really useless or not there, guys. That's the reason we don't have triplex mapping annotations. What annotations, guys? Okay. Sir, when should I use put? When should I use patch? Put for full modification, patch for partial modification. Look at this. Update employee emp at the rate put mapping, right? Update employee email, string a new email, right, boss? String a new email at the rate patch mapping. What mapping, guys? At the rate patch mapping. So here only email we are updating, boss. That's why we can take the support of what, guys? Patch mapping annotation are not there, guys. Okay. Get mapping on the endpoint that performs select. Post mapping insert. Delete mapping delete operations, right? Put mapping. Okay. Put mapping. Come on, guys. Full object update operation. Patch mapping. Partial object update operation. Partial object update operation. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? Super. Why they are useless? Head request mode response does not contain body or put result. So it cannot be used for card operations now, my dear. So for read select operation. Trace is given to trace or debug components involved for success or failure of request processing. It cannot be used for card operation now, boss. Since options mode request queues, possible HTTP request modes are methods that can be used to generate the request to web component. Its response contains purely list of modes or methods that are possible to give request to what? Web component. It also cannot be used for what? Card operations are not there. It also cannot be used for card operations are not there, guys. Okay, useless in what? RESTful web service are not there, guys. So definitely it is useful or useless, guys. Definitely it is useful or useless, my dear. So definitely it is the useless, right? Yes. Are you getting my point there? At the rate web servlet slash test URL do get method. So when I give options mode request, it is telling what? Array web servlet this do get method. Get head options are allowed or not there. Because here what is there? Do get is there. For the say here what is there? Get mapping wish is there. If we give what? If we give what? Options mode request to this, what happens, guys? It will tell get ahead options are allowed or not there, guys. Array just now I have shown practically now, my dear. Come on. Okay. Just now I have shown things practically, right? In servlet or RESTful web service, guys. In servlet or RESTful web service, story is same. Servlet or RESTful web service, story is same. What is the story? The story is this one. Get mode request related response contains response body representing result. Head mode request related response does not contain body representing the result. That's why head is useless for this one or not there. Both options said request mode does not contain what? Body, but their generated response also does not contain what? Body. Options and head. What is their option? Request does not contain body, response also does not. Get mode request does not contain body, but related response contains body. Post mode request and its related response both contains body or not there, guys. Both contains body or not there, guys. Come on. Okay, some important status codes, guys. You have given wrong URL 404, wrong mode of request 405. You have given request but is giving wrong username password 401. Authorization failed 403. Array during executions exception raised in the code, server side code. Service class or repository or controller class 500 error. What is there, guys? Fine. Okay. What is there, guys? 500. Each REST controller class is one REST API. In that one, each method is called one endpoint. And these are the possible consumer applications are not there, guys. These are the possible consumer application, both programmable and non-programmable. Come on, guys. Okay, request contains request parameter, request headers. Request address means what? Content type, user agent. They carry additional information about the browser and client consumer are not there. Fixed names, fixed dynamically changing value based on the consumer we choose. Request parameters are nothing but form data, my dear. Okay, request headers are automatically generated one. Request parameters are given manually. End user supplied inputs will go as request parameter, right, boss? Okay, request headers are consumer application generated dynamic values. Are you getting my point? Here I am comparing, boss. Request headers with request parameters, right? Accept language user agent. Their header names are fixed. Values will change based on the consumer we develop or not there, guys. Okay. Uh, Request parameter means inputs given by end user, especially form data, boss. Especially what? Form data. Yeah, developing API is nothing but developing REST controller having endpoint methods. Okay. API endpoint details means what? Getting global path, getting method path, request mode, parameters information. That is called endpoint details are not there, guys. That is called endpoint details are not there, guys. And luckily, there are some ready-made, there are some readily available REST APIs in the market. Weather report API already available. GPay API already available. PhonePe API already available. So don't think that provider application is always user defined one. We can also consume what? Services of the predefined REST APIs are not there, guys. At the rate REST controller class is called API, and all the triplex mapping annotation methods are called what? Endpoints. Triplex mapping annotations are called what? Endpoint. Okay. So now what is my interest? I'm interested to develop one REST API covering what? All five modes of endpoints. And I want to test whether Postman can generate all five modes of request or not. Today, just SOP statements, no serious logic. No serious parameter, no serious return type, no serious logic. I just want to show I can take endpoints with five modes of request and I can test them from what? Postman tool. It's like introduction kind of thing, right? Serious logics we'll develop seriously later. New, where is this? New Spring Starter project. Put rest pros 2. Put rest pros 2. Tell me guys, what is there? Put rest pros 2. REST API. REST API. What is the REST API? REST API POC. This is only for testing purpose, guys. Where jar both I am taking, guys. Say next. Say next. 1 minute. Are Lamba API is not required. Okay. Yeah. Dev tools for recognizing the changes immediately. Dev tools for recognizing the changes immediately. Dev tools for recognizing the changes immediately. Yeah. Pros to REST API POC. Array from previous one, you gather application dot properties. Copy this. Say paste. This is my application dot property. REST pros 2. Here is what? REST pros 2. Okay, guys. REST pros 2. REST pros 2. Are you comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Yes, guys. Yes. Tell me here, where is this new package? com.nt.rest. Okay, here I will take class. What's the class? Student operations controller. Operations rest controller. Student operations rest controller, right? Yes. Yeah, student operations rest controller dot Java. Yeah, tell me. At the rate rest controller, right? What is there, guys? At the rate rest controller. At the rate rest controller. At the rate rest controller. Tell me. At the rate request mapping. Yeah, I will take student API. That's good. Yeah, public rest response entity. Public response entity string. Okay. Okay. Tell me. Show report. At the rate get mapping slash report. Slash report. Tell me. Return. Where is this? No return, nothing. Return new response entity. Okay, string. Okay, I'm just writing for select operation. Array, this is just dummy one, no serious one, right? Okay, I'm just writing like this. to check whether we are able to give different modes of request or not, right? Yeah, copy these guys, paste, 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 paste. Yeah, second one, register student, register student. I am saying slash add. Here, what is the method, guys? Register student. Okay, here let me put in the bracket post. Yeah, this is get mode request now, my dear. Get. Yeah, here what is there? At the rate postman. At the rate post mapping. Tell me here, where is this update? Okay, update student. Actually, these are not complete methods, boss. As I said, not testing purpose. Okay, update student. Here, what is there? Update. What is there, guys? What mapping? Put map. Here is what is there, guys? Put map. Yeah, this is for update operation or not there. Next, what is there? Remove. Here is my delete mapping or not there. This is my delete student. Here is my delete student. This is my delete student. Yeah, this is for select operation. Yeah, for delete operation. Yeah, now say paste. Patch mapping, guys. Here is what? Update email. Array something, guys. Update student email. This is my patch mode request or not? Okay. This is for patch update operation, my dear. Okay. So we are ready with REST API, guys, right? Okay. Let's run this one. Run on server, guys. Say next, my dear. Remove all. Say finish. Say okay. Yeah. Tell me. REST API POC. What is there? Student API slash. What API slash, guys? Student API slash. What is there? Huh? I did not get you. First report. Okay, for select operation. But only this I can give. Remaining things I have to go for postman, na boss. So that's why what I do. For every project, it's better to take a separate collection. Yeah, tell me here. 515 boot rest pros 02. 515 boot rest pros 02, right? Yes. 515 boot rest pros 02. That's good. Here is my what? Request one. Here is what? Get. Say paste, not that. This is the URL. Copy this. Paste it. Click on send button. This is for select operation, right? Yes. This is the save button we are having. Add request. What is there? Request to. Then what is there? Post. Where is this? REST API, POC, student API report, guys. REST API, student API report, guys. Yeah, it is not report, guys. It is register. What is the mode of request? Post mode. Yes. Click on this. 404. Array. Did I not change that one to 404? 404 means wrong API. What is the URL, guys? It is not register, guys. It is add. Okay. It is add, not register. For select operation, maybe I have not changed the message. Okay. For register. Okay. Add operation. What operation, guys? Add operation. Give some time. It will recognize the change automatic. Nothing is there. I just want to give the feeling. I just want to give the feeling. Postman can send all different modes of request. Various modes of request. Can give various modes of request, guys. Yeah, for add operation that is done now, guys. Okay. Right click. Where is this? Add request. What is there? Request 3. What is next one? Request 3. Come on. Student API slash. What is there? Update. Click on send button. But we have to give what? Put mode request or not? Update operation. Saved or not there, guys. Next. Or if you don't save, everything looks like a get. If you save, real method will come. Check it out. Here also, right? Okay. Right click, add request. Right click, add request. Tell me here, where is that? Patch, something else. Where is that patch? Yeah, student API slash update email. Click on send. Patch update operation is happening or not there? Say. Okay, last one. I just want to tell for different modes of request can be given from Postman. Appropriate methods are executing. These are not serious applications, right? They are just dummy POCs kind of. Okay, add request, guys. Where is this, guys? Delete. Say paste. What is there? Remove. Yeah, it will definitely executing remove method or not there. Save it. Look at the server console also, guys. Respective methods are executed post, put, patch. For delete, maybe I have not in the bracket remove kind of thing. Before that, after that server reloaded now after changes. That's why previous things are not coming. So one thing is clear, using Postman, I can send different modes of request and my REST controller also ready to take different modes of request. Is it not an interesting aspect, guys? Okay. All these are clearly specified over here. You can use them for practicals, guys. Can we change request modes on endpoint methods of REST API? Yes, we can change, but not recommended because it kills the readability of the REST API. Sir, in get mapping, I will write insert operation. In post mapping, I will write select operation. Write it. No one says anything, guys. But we are going to give this REST API to international users, remote users. They have some understanding. Get means select, insert means what, post. If you interchange it, again you have to give very lengthy explanation for them, right? So that's why better to maintain the standards. And moreover, get mode request does not contain body, but post mode request contains body. When you are inserting something, body is required to send that inputs to insert na boss. So there also makes sense, right? See, get is ask something, display everything, right? So along with the request, if you don't send inputs also no problem, we can get output from server, right? But post means what? It is for insert activity. So can we send inputs along with the request body in get mode? No. That's why by analyzing a lot of things, they have suggested right one for right purpose. It's better to continue that instead of experimenting that. Okay, na? It's better to continue that instead of what? Experimenting that. Yeah, where is this? 7A. Yeah, where is this, guys? Yeah. What's your batch? 5:30 p.m., right? Yeah. Where is this?